shocked they're doing this match so early because honestly, NXT is all about giving us wrestling, and that's it.
Okay.
They're not. Me and Bob Risky were talking about this on Twitter last night. That there's like no promos or really no big character development on NXT right now. They're just putting out match after match after match for no reason, just to hope that you stay and watch just wrestling. While the other shows over here are developing characters, giving promos, doing all this other stuff that you should be doing to build your company. And it's like NXT is still doing the same stuff they did on the network.
Yeah, well, and two, AEW has to start that off. They can't have shows like NXT because people are not going to be interested. They have to capture the audience, and that's what they're doing with these developing stars on AEW.
Yeah, but NXT should be trying to do the same thing.
Yeah, but they have an established fan base at the moment where they have more of a leeway where they can kind of have these type of shows they had last night. Or it's not the greatest show. It's not a bad show. It's not a great show. It's kind of, it's a mediocre, good show. AEW has to knock it out of the park for at least the first couple of months to keep people interested, to keep people more in tune, to keep that fan base to tune in every Wednesday night. WWE doesn't have to worry about that so much. And exactly... it's just hard to compare the two as well because with the WWE they have so much leeway and they have and like Kyle King mentioned on his show earlier today when I was watching it, he made a good point. WWE has so much content on TV, on YouTube, on Twitter, everywhere that if you miss it, it's okay. With AEW, there's a one show, one time a week. That's it. Just comes on one night a week. Yeah, you can record it and all that good stuff, but it only comes on one time a week. There's not a second show. Well, I mean AEW, I guess Dark, you can call that a second show, but there's not another 2-hour show on Thursday nights or another show on Friday nights and then another show on Tuesday nights. Like the WWE has the UK 205 Live, NXT, Raw, SmackDown, Main Event, if you want to throw that in there as well. They have a lot of content. So AEW is like that show that you can't miss. WWE, you can miss a show and be okay. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Commentary needs to explain to casuals that are tuning in who these guys are. Very good point. That is true. Even though I had no issues with commentary on AEW last night. I thought commentary was good again on in AEW. That's exactly why you can't compare like most of your guys do. Yeah, that's true. It's hard to compare these two because you can compare them, but there's so many differences in the two companies.
Yeah, because we're comparing these shows simply because they're on the same night against each other. Right. When NXT is presented almost like a glorified indie show on the USA Network with a big TV deal. When AEW is presented like a super show like a Monday Night Raw or a SmackDown. Okay. That's what you're getting here on AEW. When you shouldn't be comparing the two because one's a big production show, one's still a low budget, low lighting show.
When's the last time you missed a WWE show? I couldn't tell you. I missed a Raw a couple of weeks ago, but it's different for me. I'm an adult. I have a family. I have kids. I'm home on Mondays and Friday nights for the most part. Young adults, teenagers, mid-20s, a lot of these kids are not going to be, home on a Friday night to watch a SmackDown or a Wednesday night because they got other stuff to do. Plain and simple. Excalibur and Ross give a quick background on the talent. NXT needs to do that more and less rap. Yes. Look, I'm a fan of Mauro Ranallo, but his rap references and pop culture references are over the fucking top. And he never was... What fucking made him start doing that? To start doing that? He does it in every match. So it's like, why are you referencing a rap song when you don't need to? It seems like it's so forced.
Give me what I want.
Tony, when's the last time you missed a show? 1985, 75. Like 1975, I wasn't even born yet, you dickhead.
So and there was a.
What's up, Ted? How you doing tonight, brother? Thank you, Chris Mack, for those bits. Appreciate that.
Another big issue too that people need to think about too, and they want to complain about not really complain, but AEW's 1 million viewers is great. But look at Monday Night Raw. That's been on that same time slot since like the 90s, so that's a big difference too. To get fans to tune into a Wednesday night, that is awesome. Right there, and
to get over 1 million views too, with so much on TV and a baseball game, 2 baseball games. If you want to throw that, they're doing pretty good. That's a pretty good. I would flex if I was AEW if I still hit over 1 million.